right, let's go. Yeah, this is my first stream today. I forgot to put my mask on, but yeah, this is my first stream. Excited to get started. I've been working for quite a while on preparing everything, and I hope you'll enjoy it. Yeah, I'm Jinzou Jinn. You can just call me Jin, and I figure it would be smart to have a first introduction or yeah, how do you say it, like a presentation. So yeah, let's go I think straight into it. All right, so I prepared some a little PowerPoint or presentation to show off a little bit about myself. Yeah, so let's go over all the details of my model. Well, the name you already know, I think. It's also on the channel. It's Jinzou Jinn. Like I said before, it's you can just call me Jin. My race is that of a devil, but not just an average devil, but that will be revealed later. My title as a devil is a patron of greed, and my occupation at the moment is bartender. It would probably be a weird combination, but yeah, I pretty much retired. I'm no longer part of any Legion of Hell or corrupter of souls or that sort of stuff. No, I'm just a simple bartender at a juice bar, pretty much. And I am from the Netherlands, not to be confused with the other Netherlands, which is on Earth, I believe. No, this one has a space in between. So yeah, this is like nether, like hell nether. Age is a secret. Yeah, I've been around for quite a long time, so it's probably better to not tell how old I exactly am. Oh, I think we have a minor malfunction here. Let's see if I can fix it. And we're back. Huh, that's strange. I hope that doesn't happen too much today. Anyway, back to the presentation. Birthday is May 6th. That's when I first created my avatar or my model or Vtuber model. So I want to keep that accurate. Oh no, this is getting very cursed already. I keep flickering in and out of existence. Well, anyway, let's continue on. My height is 6'4", and in centimeters that's 194 centimeters. And the languages I speak is English and Dutch. But the stream is primarily gonna be English. Well, my more in-depth bio is, well, you can read it here pretty much. I'm a devil from the Netherlands, and that's different from the other Netherlands. It's a futuristic cyberpunk world, and originally it started on nether mining industries, chemical plants, and fusion reactors, and it experienced quite the economic boom a while ago, and it sort of changed society here. Everything eventually kind of got gloomy, as you can see. The layered city is yeah, you can imagine like an underground vertical city. So yeah, it's not really like any city you can see on Earth, but I'd love to tell you more about that in the future and show some things I've been working on. And within this layered city, I'm running my non-alcoholic bar, also named after me, and I try to offer some fruit drinks to the locals, and just want to have a pleasant atmosphere, a little bit lo-fi, chill vibe. just to forget about the daily grind. So I also have a mascot, a personal weapon of choice, and the items I like to keep on me, and that is my horn slime, or some call it a devil slime, or yeah, that sort of games. But yeah, this is my mascot character. He's he looks a little bit mean, but he's also very cute. So you'll probably see a lot of him in the future. I also have my chained blades. It's well, they're more like dagger size instead of blades, but yeah, this is the weapon of choice I'd like to use, and I'll probably be depicting myself with them in the future. And items is of course fruit drinks. What else should a fruit bar patron or bartender have on him otherwise? As you can see, my model here from various angles. I got a very long, well, is it actually called a ponytail? Anyway, I got long hair at the back. And I have a sort of like formal attire. I think it looks a little bit more classy, right? And let's see. Stream details is up next. Well, I'm into games. I really like playing a wide variety of games. Enjoy my creative streaming, and I think free talk would also probably be included in my streams. I'm more of an observer person. I think more on the introvert scale. But I'm also a little bit of a sleeping dragon, that I'm very chill most of the time, but I can still get pissed, although very rarely. So I try to keep that under control. Platform, I'll primarily be on YouTube. Yeah, I used to stream a little bit on Twitch as a normal webcam streamer. But I think Vtubing is a lot more fun. You can really bring out your like personal style, aesthetic, and that sort of stuff. Something you can't really do with normal streaming, right? So yeah, that's my reason for starting as a Vtuber. For my style, I made a little bit like a little graph here, which we will go through. I'm mostly a variety streamer. I just like to play around, play different games. I'm not really dedicated to one or two games. If I see a fun game that I want to try, then I'll try it. And for my energy level, it's more on the chill side. I'm not really the kind of person that says like, oh, subscribe, smash that like button, and that sort of stuff. I'd rather not, actually. I want to keep it a little bit more relaxed. Ooh, the next one interesting. Lewd or wholesome? Well, I'm okay with lewd jokes, but I'm more on the wholesome side. Well, also a little bit neutral, I think, between the two. If people are okay with it, I can make some jokes, but I try not to make it a focus or a big thing in my streams. For solo or collabs, I'm perfectly in the middle. Like, I like to play my solo player games, but if I can find good people to collab with, or I find a funny co-op game, then I'm perfectly fine with playing with others. There's no issue at all. So if you have ideas for collabs or co-op, or want to play a certain game, let me know. Maybe if I have an interest too, then we can play a game. Next up, for fun or competitive, I'm very much into for fun. I tried in the past to join some like more hardcore MMORPG games, but I figured it's not for me. I also tried FPS games, but I really like to just focus on the fun aspect of a game. If I'm not having fun, then why would I play it, right? Next up, scheduled or freestyle, which is for my streams. I'm not very much a person for schedules and noting down what hour, what week, what day I'm gonna play something. I think it's very up to my mood. Like if I'm in the mood for RPGs, then I'm gonna play RPGs. If I'm into FPS, then I'm gonna play FPS or tactical games or whatever. So yeah, I don't want to restrict myself too much, but I can understand that some people might prefer to know when someone's streaming or what someone's streaming. So I'll try to inform people what I'm into at the moment or what I'm gonna do, but there's no guarantee that it's gonna be accurate. I might totally change my mind in between. My preferences, interests, yes, anime, of course, always anime. That's how you get into VTubing, right? Yeah, I got quite a lot of anime. I watched, I think I started watching since I was 13 or something, with like the very classic like Gundam Wing kind of shows, and then I think I watched the typical Bleach, Naruto things online, followed up by like stuff like Clannad or Gurren Lagann, Code Geass, that sort of stuff. It really grew on me, and I see like lately there's been a lot of good shows like a Mob Psycho 100, and I believe there's also there was a season 3 announced for that one, so I'm looking forward to that one. Second, I'm also into video games, otherwise I wouldn't be here as a gaming VTuber. Let's see, I'm also very much into do-it-yourself. I like to create things, not just on a screen on the computer, but also in real life. I tried woodworking, I tried metalworking, I made a leather book, so I also did some leatherworking, but it's all just at a hobby level, so it's not really professional, but I just like trying out new things and see how I can manage with it. I am also very into architectural and interior design. I like looking at pictures, I like understanding them. I actually did a degree in construction engineering and architectural design. I'm not a pro at it. I know there's a lot of bright minds in the world, and if you only did a bachelor, then I don't think you're like a mastermind in architecture or something like that. But I do love just looking at architectural like magazines or checking stuff online. Economics, that's totally a different side. Lately I've been getting very into like the economic side of the world, like stock exchange and financial decisions, and also like how the hell do you do your taxes? Like that's a life lesson they never teach you at school, but it's very handy. But that's something I've been having a growing interest in like financing life and jobs, work, income, stability, that sort of stuff. That's not really like investing advice stuff or whatever. It's just I have a general interest in finance and in money. Well, my hobbies, I drive a motorcycle. Well, I actually drove a motorcycle. It's actually been sent to the scrapyard, but I really loved it, and I'd like to do so soon again. I used to drive a Kawasaki AR5, which was my like starter motorcycle, and who knows, maybe in the future I can get I think it's called a Z900S or R, something like that. Anyway, I'm very much into naked bikes, which is like the opposite of sport bikes, which has like the smooth sides and front. I just like that very skeletal feel of like a classic motorcycle. I'm also very much into snowboarding. I started doing that more as an adult. And I got invited by my friends, and ever since I got invited, I got very into it. I've been on 2 winter sport holidays at the moment, and I'd love to go again. So yeah, that's a sport I really enjoy doing. It also gives like amazing sights around the world. Like if you go to the mountains, it's amazing how calming it can be. Like you can feel like you're alone in the world. I'm also into 3D modeling and printing. I own a 3D printer. I like to fiddle around with it. And in Blender, I like to create like 3D models or like accessories for myself. And I hope in the future I can make some more assets or details, or the, how do you say that, objects for on my model or maybe someone else's. So yeah, it's something I started doing, I think this year, since I think November 2021. Like, yeah, I started doing it the last year. So it's been going great so far, I think. Like, I still have a lot to learn, but I'm getting there, I think. I'm making progress. Another big hobby of mine is listening music. I listen to a lot of music. You can usually find me outside on the, like when I'm traveling, like with a headphone on. It's like having your own soundtrack to life, right? And it certainly beats the silence and the sound of trains or metros or the city. Yeah, I just think it's very calming to have your own sound with you. I'm also very into playing board games. That started with very simply Monopoly. Eventually I got an interest in Catan and Risk and like the typical games. And then I started getting interested in the more, I say that, exotic games, board games that are less famous. And you can think like Betrayal or the, what's the game called again? Nemesis. It's a pretty cool game where you have to even paint your own miniatures. And yeah, D&D, a role-playing game, a lot of fun. I used to play it on Discord in English with some people in America. Yeah, it's been great, but sadly that party fell through. So at the moment I'm D&D-less. And another hobby of mine, it's a little bit related to the architectural and interior design one, and this, I really like looking at real estate. Like I go just as a hobby. Sometimes when I'm bored, I just go to real estate sites and I look at what kind of houses are on there, what they're asking for it, the interior, the floor plan, and I just start imagining like, oh, if I bought that, like how would I decorate it, what would I put in it, that sort of stuff. Like, would I break down this wall, would I move this kitchen? It's just a hobby of mine to think about those kind of stuff. And for my preferences, yeah, for game genres, like what can you expect on this channel here? Well, I really like my MMORPGs and also normal single player RPGs. So that's probably gonna be featured. It's mostly more the how you say it, the hack and slash RPGs, I think. I'm also very into tactical turn-based. You can think about like Phoenix Point, Hand of Merlin, or XCOM 2. Those are the games I'm thinking of here. But I'm also into like Civilization. I'm not sure, was it 4 or 5 that I used to play? Anyway, I'm also very into survival games. Less into the PvP aspect, to be honest. I just like surviving. I remember like in the old days I had a character on a DayZ server, And I was most proud of myself that I managed to survive for 1 whole month in real life with one character without dying once. And I just had all the stuff and I just kept alive, kept surviving, which is like actually the purpose of a survival game, right? Like if you go in there as a PvPer or like shooter, then you kind of miss the survival point, right? If it's just gets turned into like an arena shooter. Yeah, Souls-like games. I'm very much into that. I started way back with the first Demon Souls. I actually imported it from America because it wasn't in stores here yet. Then I started playing Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. And I haven't played Sekiro yet, and I haven't played Code Vein or Remnant of the Ashes. So that's something I also really want to try. And I'll probably be playing that soon. Building games, yeah. You can like imagine like base building games, but also just simple things like Terraria or Minecraft. It's just nice to build stuff, right? I think this also feeds in into my whole building and engineering background, that I just like to make things. For music genres, yeah, music. Since I said earlier, like music is my like a big hobby of mine. I always listen to it, and actually I listen to a lot of stuff, like rock, metal, orchestra, Eurobeat, lo-fi stuff, trance, EDM, ska punk, punk, funk, funk, synthwave, bardcore. Bardcore is hilarious, by the way. It's like the medieval sound of it. Like they pick modern sounds and they turn it into a medieval sound. 16-bit, it's just like very old games. French house is a new one for me. Drum and bass. I really like my movie and anime OSTs. I actually went to a Hans Zimmer concert once when he was here, and it's just amazing to listen to. I listen also a little bit of hip hop, of course some J music like J-pop, J-rock, that sort of stuff, and a lot more. So hey, I see Kaoshin. Hey, welcome. Don't be shy. So yeah, that's something that's very big for me. And likes. I like everything pistachio. Like if you just hand me a bag of pistachios or put pistachio in my ice cream or in my milkshake, that's amazing. Like I think I have a slight pistachio addiction. I'm also like my favorite animals is penguins. I think they just look very neat. Like they're very formally dressed, like in a smoking or something. They're also very like social and loyal animals, right? That they have like the loyal pairing. I also like the cyberpunk aesthetic of things. When the game Cyberpunk 2077 came out, I was like, oh shit, I really want to play that. And I've also found some other cyberpunk games I'm really into. Aye. Hello. Ooh. Yeah, so that's what I'm into. For my relaxation, I also like the how do you say that? Like white noise is like the sound of rain or the sound of static or like a winter storm. And if you also have those RGB mood lights, that's amazing. Like you can set them to like a calm blue or like a jungle green, something like that, and it really changes the mood of a room and it really allows me to relax and decompress. Dislikes. I can't deal with anything like horror, jump scare, or whatever. Yeah, like I said, I'm more into like chilling, vibing, being relaxed. So don't expect me to play any like horror games with lots of jump scares. Like that sort of stuff tends to stay in my mind for far too long. Like, yeah, for me, if I play a horror game, it stays in my mind for like a week or something, and I keep thinking like, oh, what if this happened? Oh, what does that happen? And then in the end, I start imagining something far worse than ever happened in the game. Yeah, this is the first time you heard my voice. Yeah. How is it? Is the sound quality good? I hope so. I've been doing a lot of tweaking. Yeah, dislikes cheating, toxicity in games. Like I said, I'm a social player. I really like my co-op. So yeah, I can't really deal with like even people in my party or in my group cheating in games. I really hate that. Perfect. Oh, I have a nice voice. Thank you very much. Ah, such a compliment. Thank you. I was actually worried. Like, how's the sound quality? I hope I don't mess up. And I hope the sound is also like the background music is also at the right level. Also, another thing, loudness. I can't deal with like very loud situations. I tend to go for the chill. Last thing, I dislike avocados. I'm actually allergic to them. I don't touch them. I don't like them. It's also why I stay far away from stuff like smoothies. Probably a weird combination to think like I'm in a fruit juice bar. But I hate avocados. But yeah, I don't like anything avocados. And I also won't be serving them here. Let's see, about the future. Yeah, things I'm thinking about, like what I'd like in the future. My goals, like the primary reason here is to have fun, to have a good time, and to share that with someone else, like with the viewer, with the collab people. Longer term, I'd like to be a YouTube partner. Hopefully that works out. And I'd like to make some new friends. And play with them. Something even further beyond, I'd love to have my mascot character as like a plushie, like a physical thing. I think that his size is or shape is ideal. I think for a plushie you can throw it around or just have it sit in a corner. That would be very nice. I also think that I'd like to have to like do a successful charity stream. Yeah, I think that would be a very nice type of stream to have, to also help someone else in trouble or like for a good cause. And the last thing, which is a very unrealistic goal for me, I'd like to own a briefcase full of Pert Mint Gold Dragons. And you might be asking yourself, what the fuck are Pert Mint Gold Dragons? Well, you can see it in the top right in the thought bubble. Those are like very beautifully shaped gold bars. Like you have them at various sizes, but oh, they look so nice. And I think like, oh, if I only, like at the end of my life, if I have a briefcase full of them, I'd have made it. I'm so happy with that. Nah, but I don't think that's a realistic goal, but it's fun to have it added, right? If it gets that far, then I think I made it quite far then. For future content ideas, yeah, I really like world building, and instead of only streaming, I'd also like to add in like bits and pieces of like the world I'm creating around Jinzou Jinn, with I'd say that like pre-recorded videos, like teasers or audio logs or reports or that sort of stuff, and I'd like to post that on my YouTube down. Commission music. I already have 2 music pieces on my channel, and you can also hear one at the background here. It's music that I specifically commissioned for my stream. By someone called Owlnest, a very talented person, and I'd like to commission more music in the future from certain artists, just to have like a unique sound to my channel, right? Another thing that would be nice is if you had like webcomics or like storytelling things. And of course, I'd love to commission more artwork from people. So that's things I'd like to do in the future. And the last thing, my socials. If you haven't seen them already, my YouTube channel is Jinzou Jinn channel, ch. My Twitter is at Jinzou underscore, or is it underscore Jinn? And my Twitch is also the same. I'm primarily using Twitch to watch other people, like follow the other VTubers, or maybe to look for people to collab with. But who knows? Maybe in the future I might also try to live stream there. So yeah, that's my first introduction. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's go to the free talk and let's see if I can actually get my model started again, because it was doing something very strange. Let's see. And we're back, I think. Yeah, for some reason, I'm not really sure why, but earlier it's just started to crash twice. So I was like, how does that work? Yeah, and I can also see that the chat function is working. Like I have a, how to say that, like a customized chat interface. You can see on the left, there's a more dynamic feel to it. Yeah, that's something I created. And also all the visuals you see around me is also something I made with Blender. Even like my accessories, let's see if I can pop it up here, like my very cool mask, like it even has like the emission stuff on it. Thank you. So yeah, this is like my mysterious mask if I don't want to be recognized. I also got like my see-through glasses, probably if I have to do my accounting. I also got the same model sunglasses if I want to look a little bit more cool. So yeah, I modeled these myself in Blender and attached them to my model, so now they're actually tracking and stuff, so that's awesome. And let's see, I also have a range of emotions. Let's see, I can smile, of course, which is just a gentle smile. It's not much. I even have a blush. Yay! Which is when I'm very happy. And I also have like, it's more like an evil grin or look. It's like it's this, like if I'm scheming something, like oh shit. Yeah, this is something I really have to fix soon, because for some reason I keep crashing VC face. I'm not sure why. Oop. Let's see if it stays afloat this time. Like for the last month I had like 0 issues. Hello, Carrot. I had like 0 issues with my model, and I was able to like use a VC face for like 5 hours in a row without issue. I even set it up like an entire evening, and just the next morning it was still working. And since this morning, like it's like law of Murphy. It started crashing randomly. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why today? But yeah, it's something I hope I can resolve very soon. Let's see, I also got more emotes. Yeah, VC face usually does like the standard 5 or what is it, 6 emotions, but I thought to extend on that. It's okay, it always happens when live. Yeah. I've seen some other people also having issues. So I'm guessing that's just part of being a VTuber and having your debut. It's like the first real stress test to see how you deal with it. I also have like the next emotion, which I really love myself. It's like feeling dead inside, like, oh my god, I'm depressed. I got killed like 5 times in Dark Souls. Oh my god. And I have the shocked blush effect. Like, oh, are you giving me a compliment? I look good? Oh, thank you very much. I'm so surprised. Or I have a normal annoyed emote, like when I'm a little bit angry or serious. And maybe something you notice is that it also changes, like the emotions I'm using also changes my eyes. It's like the more positive or intense feelings tend to have like brighter eye effects or like eye emission. Thank you. Compared to like the for example my dead one, like you see no glow at all in my eyes now. Like I'm just dead inside. Well, if I look at something like this, it's like there's a very distinct light in my eyes, right? Yeah, I thought that would be like a cool angle to go for on my character, like to have like how do you say that the eyes are the gate to the soul or something like that. So I thought like, oh yeah, let's emphasize that. I also got the sad one. If something very depressing happens, like oh, or surprised. And the last one is angry. This is very pissed. Like, I have enough of your shit. Get out. You're banned. Get out. Boo. And the last thing, probably I'm not gonna use a lot, but that's when I'm scared. Like I said before, I'm not gonna play horror games, but I figured it would still be funny to have it added. I look drunk. I look drunk. How do I look drunk? Oh, with the blush. Yeah, but it's non-alcoholic here. It should be fine, right? If it's non-alcoholic. Are you suspecting me to be a drunk? Nah, even in real life, I'm not someone who drinks alcohol. I actually never started it. In my opinion, it was too costly, and I'd rather like drive a scooter and then a motorcycle than go drinking. And if you have to get yourself home safely, then yeah, you have to be sober, right? Because you don't have any safety wheels on a motorcycle. You have to keep yourself stable. So yeah, that's my emotes, like my emotional expressions. And yeah, I also had the accessories occasionally. Oh yeah, I have nothing against people who drink. It's just my personal decision to not do it myself if I want to keep driving and like also on a motorcycle and stuff. So it's just my own way to stay safe. And as long as other people don't drink and drive, I don't really care, like if they get all drunk and wasted, as long as they're not a danger to themselves or others. Ooh, you also joined later. Have you seen my mask, by the way? Like this? It's my mask if I want to be anonymous. Like this is something I thought up last weekend, and I was like, oh, that would be so cool if I had a mask. Yeah, so I modeled this mask in like 24 hours and then added it to my model on Unity. So yeah, I really like to add stuff to my model and switch it around. You also see like my mascot character, my horned slime is sitting at my side here. And I was thinking like, oh yeah, I made a 3D model of him, so maybe I should turn him into a hat and have him sit on my head or something. That would be pretty cool too, right? Oh yes. Oh, thank you so much for telling me I'm muted. Yeah, it's I actually got a blue screen of death. I had to totally reboot my computer. Like, I don't know what's happening on today. Like, all the bad luck is well, I better get it out today, right? I'm curious, like, now that I rebooted my computer, if everything's gonna be better or if the technical glitches will continue on. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, great. So yeah, but what I was trying to say, like, what I showed before, that was my introduction, is my details, my info, and I was thinking, like, maybe I should also, like, play a game just to get into things, so it isn't just my my introduction. And I have a few options to play today. Let's see. I have to reopen Steam also. Games I am interested in playing at the moment is, I got Frostpunk, Code Vein, Phoenix Point, Darkest Dungeon, The Hand of Merlin, or Remnant from the Ashes. It's mostly how do you say that? Like Souls-like games, and I haven't played most of them. I have played a little bit of Frostpunk. It's a very cool vibe in that game. So if you have a preference in what you'd like to see or experience, then let me know. So far, everything seems to be holding up again. Let's see if I can go back to my my bar setting. Hey. You only know Code Vein from those games. Ah, okay. Like, do you know a game called XCOM, like, or XCOM 2? It's like you're like the commander of an army and you fight aliens. Phoenix Point and the Hand of Merlin is sort of like the same. Phoenix Point also has to like fighting against mutants in a similar style, and the Hand of Merlin is more like a medieval RPG setting. More fantasy based. Remnant from the Ashes is sort of like Code Vein, but less anime. It also has like a futuristic setting. So yeah, those are two very great games. I did hear about what was it, Code Vein? It had a very cool character customization, right? So maybe we should try that. Let's see if it works. Let me start it up and see if I can set my screen to track.